people who were the foundation of Atlantic Records when it was created. We just started thinking about the body of work that they had created, everything from Aretha Franklin, the Allman Brothers, Cream. So many things came through Atlantic Records that they worked on.
Me personally, I've always been a great fan of all the stuff that's come out of Atlantic over the years.
There was Ahmet and Nesuhi Erdogan. Nesuhi was a jazz aficionado, and he turned Ahmet onto jazz, and their father became the Turkish ambassador to the United States, and they moved to Washington, which they were thrilled about, and they started throwing jazz concerts at the Turkish embassy. Out of that grew the beginning of Atlantic Records. Associated with Atlantic Records were Arif Mardin, the wonderful arranger who arranged for Aretha and the Young Rascals and all sorts of people down through the years. And then there was Tom Dowd, the engineer. He started out to be a nuclear physicist. He actually worked on the Manhattan Project, and then he became a recording engineer. And then there was Jerry Wexler, who was a reporter for Billboard magazine and coined the term rhythm and blues.
He will always sort of say that, you know, there's things like, you've got to get them in the first 9 seconds, right? Meaning, if you don't get a hook going in the first 9 seconds of any song, the people listening on the radio would turn it off. And he was absolutely right.
And they all had this incredible passion for soul music and for jazz and for rock in the end as well.
This evening is really for you, the people who work behind the scenes to make music.
This is a pretty amazing night.
Our RSVPs were overwhelming.
I think it's a great turnout. I'm very happy to see that a lot of people actually are paying attention and are actually happy to be here.
It's an important aspect of building a community.
All the people here tonight are all music lovers. Most of us are people that work in the business.
Classic rock producers and the hip-hop producers, people who like sound.
It's cool to be amongst the producers and the engineers because we don't get a chance to get together a whole lot and do stuff. We're always in the studios doing our things.
We have 2 co-event chairs tonight. Nile Rodgers, who's producer of many, many famous records like Madonna's Like a Virgin.
The great Chic record and Power Station and David Bowie.
Our other wonderful co-chair, Jimmy Douglas, started his career back at Atlantic Studios in New York, working there during high school. He would go to his classes and then he would go and work at night.
I was in high school basically, and these were guys that would allow you to get in there and roll your sleeves up and see what you knew.
When my band Chic got signed, he worked on our projects. He also worked on my biggest records, which were Freak Out and We Are Family. Musicians in general, artists in general, but certainly musicians in particular, are very, very altruistic, and they're always very giving, because typically when you give it away, you wind up getting something more in return.
You create this stuff and it makes you feel good. And also the bigger part is it makes other people feel good. That's why you do it, to communicate with people. I learned a lot from giants. I learned the right way to do it, and I think that still sticks with me. We have to recognize the great, record makers of our past. You just want to honor the great people, and so that's what it's all about.